In this lecture, we are going to get started with the command line. The command line can be intimidating, especially if you're new to web development. However, it's going to be a necessary skill for Gutenberg development. So far, we've been using StackBlitz to create an environment. However, we will be working locally. Therefore, installing React will require additional steps. These steps involve the command line. So that's what you'll be learning in this lecture. The command line is extremely powerful. There are dozens of commands available. Luckily, we don't need to be experts with the command line. In this lecture, we're going to focus on a handful of commands. The other commands won't be relevant to us. Being a master of the command line is unnecessary for getting into WordPress development. The commands we're going to learn will be all you'll need. Let's get started. The first step to using the command line is open it. If you're on a Windows machine, search for a program called PowerShell. Linux and Mac users can find the command line by searching for a program called Terminal. I'm on a Windows machine, so I'll be using PowerShell. The command line is a window with a dark background and white text. PowerShell uses a blue background, but your operating system may use black. It's all the same. Before the existence of websites or interfaces, computer interactions were performed with the command line. Sending emails, opening files, or playing audio would be performed through the command line. You couldn't point and click like you can today. Developers prefer to use the command line for running programs. Interfaces can consume memory and CPU usage, whereas the command line will not massively affect the performance of your tools. As developers, we should aim to develop applications as quickly as possible. The command line is our best bet for rapid development. Initially, you will not be presented with walls of text. Normally, the command line will point to a specific directory. In my case, I'm inside the user folder. You may be in a different location. In some cases, you may see a $sign symbol. This symbol separates the file path from your commands. If you're in a deeply nested directory, the command line may partially omit the path. The reason is to save space on the command line. It would be annoying to view the full path of a directory on every line. If you're not sure where you are, there's a command for the current location. Inside the command, we can type in pwd, which is short for present working directory. Upon entering this command, we are presented with the entire system path. If you're ever lost, this command can be helpful in giving you the current location. Now that we have an idea of where we are, let's move around. But where can we navigate to? Before you can navigate around, you have to know where you can navigate to. The next command on our list is called ls. This command is short for the word list. Enter this command. This command will output a list of files and folders in the current directory. As you can see, the command line will output the names of our files, their last modification time, and their permissions. Let's try moving into a directory. To move into a folder, we can run the cd command, which is short for change directory. After this command, we must provide the name of the directory to move into. For this example, I'll move into the music directory. Just like that, I'm inside the music directory. Moving into a directory is not our only option. We're allowed to move out of a directory. Inside the command line, let's run the cd command again. This time, we'll add 2 dots. 2 dots will tell the command to move up a directory. We are back to where we started. If I wanted to move through multiple directories, we can separate the paths with the / character. For example, we can write the following: ... This path will move me to the root directory of my drive. This behavior also applies to moving into directories. As an exercise, try moving back into the user's folder. It's okay to cheat. In the File Explorer, you can take a peek at the full path. With this knowledge, you can navigate to this directory with the cd and ls commands. Pause the video and give it a try. Welcome back. If you were able to move into the correct directory, that's great. If not, that's fine too. You can reopen the command line to set you back into the original location. To verify my location, I'm going to run the pwd command. The path should be the same path from the first time that we ran this command. That's basically it when it comes to commands. Honestly, there's not much to it. These commands will help you navigate around the command line. There are other commands that will help with modifying and deleting files, but you will not need them. We'll be working with an editor most of the time. If you have Visual Studio Code like me, you'll be able to open the command line by going to Terminal, New Terminal. One of the great things about this is that it automatically points to the current directory you're in. This behavior is a huge time saver. It won't be necessary to use the cd command to move into our project's directory. It's automatically pointing to this location. I'll be using this terminal throughout the rest of this course. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can continue using the command line your operating system has provided you.